Hi everyone, Jean Bromage of Reiki Essence Healing Arts. And today I'd like to share some reflections about the upcoming full moon in Virgo that's happening on March 3rd and to take you through a short guided meditation. As I've been reflecting on this upcoming full moon, this is our first full moon in the year of the fire horse. And with this year, a lot of people are going to be experiencing very fast, rapid changes and transformations in their life, whether it's their outer life circumstances or just experiencing some inner shifts and changes that are going to have a bigger ripple effect in the years to come. So this really is a year of pivoting, and for some, that energy of fire can really be destabilizing, while for others, it can feel really exciting and expansive. But either way, no matter where you're experiencing life right now, whether you're in a space of expansion, feeling abundant and in the flow of life, or you're feeling a bit contracted, if you're feeling like your life, you're going through a struggle or a major challenge in your life, no matter where you are on the spectrum, um, the the energy of this full moon is going to shine a light on your inner core and the space within you that's unshakable. And when I reflect on that energy, that unshakable core that exists within all of us, the image of the mountain comes to mind, because a mountain, there's a lot that goes on in a mountain. A lot of things are growing. Storms will hit the mountain. There'll be mudslides. There might be fires. Different types of wildlife take up residence on the mountain. And yet, with everything that goes on in the ecosystem of a mountain, the mountain itself is unshakable, it's unmovable. And so there's this sturdiness when you meditate on the idea of a mountain. And oftentimes the mountain's used as a metaphor for taking this journey to the summit. And it's about, the goal of reaching the summit. But there's this other image that I find really useful, which is connecting with that unshakable energy and using that energy of the mountain to connect with that space within me, that core that can keep me stable no matter what's going on in life. And in Reiki, when you first learn Reiki, one of the first things you learn is to connect with your lower Hara center, which is like connecting with the base of the mountain, which is the widest part of the mountain that creates that sense of stability. Because when we grow and expand, or when we're navigating life's challenges and we need to show ourselves some compassion, we can return to that center and that core through the breath to find that inner stability and that trust, that growing trust within ourselves, that no matter what's going on in life, there's this space within us that we can tap into to find that truth and that wisdom to navigate what's going on in our world. And as I was reflecting on all of this, this also brought me back to my dancing days and taking Pilates classes. When I was in college and I was a dance major, I was first introduced to the practice of Pilates, which is that form of exercise that is hyper focused on strengthening your inner core. And the dance world really took to this exercise that is now like kind of blown up and is you can find a Pilates studio everywhere. Here in New York, it's almost like we have more Pilates studios than we have Starbucks now. But this exercise has become so popular because it is stabilizing, connects you with your core. So it's a really great form of exercise for your physical well-being, but it's also for dancers. They learn Pilates not just for that, but also as a way of learning to move from your core as an artist, to express yourself from your core. So it wasn't just about having a strong, flat stomach, but it was also about having that inner connection so that as you were performing, your expression was really coming from your core and not from some source outside yourself. And so I, for this guided meditation, I'd like to just invite you to first of all place your hands on your lower belly. This is, that space right below your navel, and this is your center of gravity. So this is why the Tantien, or the lower Hara center, is so important in these practices, such as Reiki or Qigong or Tai Chi, because this is about moving from your center, and this is grounds you into your being. And so when we ground into our being and we find our inner stillness, this isn't that we stop moving. It's that we learn to move from our core and from a place of stability. And so I'm just going to invite you now to close your eyes and take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And as you do, just allow this part of your belly to expand, to create space so that your lungs can take in as much air as possible. And then on the exhale, just allowing your whole being to relax, letting your body physically relax in the chair you're sitting in, or if you're lying down, to feel the support of the bed or the floor or the yoga mat you're on. Just really feeling that stability and support allow you to release and relax. And then another deep inhale. And on the exhale, just allowing your thoughts to slow down and to really connect with your inner stillness. Then on the next exhale, just allowing any excess energy to just move through your body and out through the soles of your feet. And now I'd like to invite you to imagine yourself standing at the base of a mountain. And you're feeling called to climb this mountain. But first, the mountain is giving you this message that you need to ground into your center before you can climb to the summit. And as you gaze at the top of the mountain, you see this beautiful shimmering crystal. And this beam of light emanates from the crystal, and it reaches your third eye at the center of your forehead. This is your upper Hara center, or your sixth chakra. This is your center of intuition. And so you just allow this beam of light to enter your third eye, and allow this light to gently move through your brainstem and down your spine, one vertebra at a time, helping to smooth over your nervous system. And as it gently moves down your spine, it also moves out through your entire nervous system, creating this cushion of light to help smooth over any stresses or anxiety, until eventually it makes its way all the way down to your tailbone and the bottom of your pelvis. And as it reaches the bottom of your pelvis, it just gently coils up at the root of your pelvis at the bottom. This is your root chakra. And as you continue to breathe into your lower energy center, you begin to then feel this light spiraling back up through the center of your body now, not your spine, but the very center of your body, your core, your being. Just allowing it to gently move up through each of your chakras, up the center of your body, into your heart. And just breathing into your heart chakra, You realize now that this energy is attuning you to that stabilizing force of the mountain. You are actually receiving an attunement from the mountain. And this energy is attuning you to that unshakable core within you, that space of wisdom and strength that you can trust to support you no matter what you're navigating in life. This is also the space that connects you with what you value most in life. And you can turn to those values to help support you in making the right choices and decisions in your life as well. And then continuing to breathe into your heart. You feel this readiness now to take the journey up the side of the mountain. And as you begin the journey up the mountain, you feel the softness of the earth under your feet, and you take in the vegetation around you. You notice what trees. Perhaps you have an animal that crosses your path that might have a message for you. If you have any questions or unknowns, go ahead and bring those questions with you on the journey up the mountain, knowing that that wisdom can be revealed to you by connecting to this inner core and strength. And as you gain higher ground, as you journey up the side of the mountain, you notice that there are fewer trees, maybe more rocky soil, or you might encounter some boulders. But you're feeling the air getting cooler and crisper the higher you get. And then as you reach the peak, you come across the crystal that sent that light to attune you to the energy of the mountain. And you feel called to go over to the crystal and place your hands on the crystal. And as you do, you look out over the horizon, and there's this vast openness and the sense of clarity coming through you, and the sense of self-connection. And so if you have any questions or unknowns that are on your mind, go ahead and ask them and allow the answers to be revealed to you. They may come in the form of a presence, an energy, or a quality of an energy. They may come as a word or an actual message or something symbolic. So just breathe and receive whatever message you're meant to get at this time. Knowing that really this message is coming from within you, from your inner core. Breathe and receive. As you prepare to take your journey back down the mountain, you just gaze out over the horizon one last time, feeling a sense of gratitude. And as you release your hands from the crystal, you notice that there's a sphere of white light in each of your palms. And now you bring your palms together into Gasho, Namaste, or prayer position, feeling those two spheres of light merging at your hands, feeling a sense of gratitude for the strength and the clarity that's emerging from your core. You place your hands on your heart, breathing and allowing yourself to receive this healing light and the clarity and the consciousness that this light is carrying. And then beginning to make your way back down the mountain. And you realize that the journey down the mountain is a lot easier than you anticipated. You're feeling yourself moving with ease, with strength, with agility. And then as you reach the base of the mountain, you take one last look at the summit and that shimmering light of the crystal, knowing that you can return to this place at any time that you need to reconnect with your core and to gain that clarity and that wisdom and that stability. And now bringing your awareness back into the actual space that you're in. Taking a deep inhale, and on the exhale, gently opening your eyes. So if you're still with me, I want to thank you for letting me take you on this journey. And if you happen to be in the New York City area and you could use some healing support to navigate the energies of this year, we have a monthly energy reset circle, and the energy at these circles have been fantastic. And this next circle coming up on March 19th is already almost half booked. And it's being held in Midtown at Balance Arts Center. And this next month, one of my Reiki Master graduates and I will be working with the elements of nature. We'll be taking you on a guided shamanic journey using live drumming, as well as you'll get to receive a reiju, a spiritual blessing to attune to the flow of Reiki, as well as receive some Reiki healing energy. And we'll have some other surprise ritual and activity to go with it all. So definitely check it out. The link is in the comments. And even if you can't make it in March, we'll have another one in April and then one more in May. But each month is going to be a different theme. So the theme for March, since it's nearing the spring equinox, is going to be around connecting with the elements of nature as nature begins to spring forward in its full expression, and to be able to work with those elements and to connect with some shamanic healing. So definitely check it out. And in the meantime, I am sending you lots of love at this full moon in Virgo. Take care. Bye-bye.